It is 7:02 p.m. on Thursday, January 30th. Today was the last day of my January term, and I am on a little bit of a break until next Wednesday. I have decided that I do not want to go home mostly because it's it's a 7-hour drive, and I really, really do not want to drive for that long. Because I'm kind of in this weird spot where I'm too tired to drive, but not tired enough to rest. I'm in this weird spot where, I haven't, January term is great, but I haven't been doing a lot comparatively. The amount of classes from a normal semester to a January term semester is significantly less. I had one class. I would love to talk about that class. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I had one class, it was 2.5 hours. So go back to my room, grind some Marvel Rivals, work out, and play hockey. And that's just what I did. And I could do whatever I wanted. So I am not tired enough yet to rest, because that's what I would do when I go home. I would go home. I would do nothing for a couple of days and maybe go skiing. But I can go skiing here. And it's also the fact that if I'm home, I have to, I don't want to say entertain my parents, but the same way, if a guest is coming to your house, you should do things with them. You shouldn't just kind of sit there you want to do something. If your friend has come 7 hours, one of my friends drove up 7 hours to go skiing for a couple of days with me at my house. And so we did stuff all the time. We would do things, because if they've come all this way, you want to do things with them. And I feel that because I've been away from home for the majority of the year, for the past 5 years at this point, I went 3 years of boarding school and 2 years. I guess this is the second year of college. That when I go home, my parents want to hang out with me and do all this bunch of stuff, which normal reaction, that's what I expect. But the problem is that when I come home, I feel that I have to do stuff with them all the time, even though currently what I usually want to do when I get home is absolutely nothing, because I'm exhausted from schoolwork. It's been 5.5 weeks of just pure work and hockey that I get home and I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk all the time. I want to sit on the couch and watch YouTube, and then at night go downstairs and turn on a TV and just do some nothing. But because I come home during these vacations, and it's the time that they only get to see me, is that they want to do things, because it's also their only time off. And because of their parents, and I assume that a lot of parents are this way, is that they work all the time, so they don't do things that they want to do. And then when they have time off, they do all the things that they want to do. And the things that they want to do are actual activities. They'll go out and they want to go for a walk. They want to go cross-country skiing. They want to go out to dinner. But I feel for my age, when somebody has a time off, we don't want to do anything at all, because we've only been working for the longest time. And maybe that's just as you get older thing, is that you get so accustomed to work that I don't know. Maybe it's also the fact that we're also at school doing the things that we want to do in the time off we have in the days. And then when we have the weekend or when we have the vacation off, we just don't do anything. Specifically me. I know a bunch of people go party and stuff. But especially on vacations, it's a time to just decompress and rest. But for the parents, it's a time to do things because they have the time. And so there's just always this little disconnect where I come home and I can't find the energy to do anything. But all my parents have is energy to do things because they're excited that I'm home. Their child has come home from being in college for a long time. They are off work and they want to do things because they don't have the opportunity to do things a lot of the time. And so right now, if I go home, I would love to do nothing, but I know I will have to do things. And there's also the factor of where if I am being, like, I go to the gym almost every day, and I've been feeling good. Like, I had leg day today, and I got actually crushed. But I do it in my day when I want to do it. I don't feel like I am ever forced to do something. But if I have somebody ask me, do you want to go to the gym right now? And I don't particularly want to go to the gym right now, like maybe in an hour or hour and a half, but they only can go in the moment, it feels like I'm being forced to go. And it's like this weird feelings where I'm like, I don't have the energy to do things, but I'm not tired enough to just completely rest. And it's also that both my roommates are gone. Maybe this weekend I'll also complain about them because they are terrible, terrible roommates. Like, I could use so many vulgar words. Like, I've been holding back because, as me as a hockey player who, gets the Canadian accent come out every so often. It's just being in that sphere. I'm known to some vulgarities, and I want to say something about them so badly, but I'm not going to because that's just wrong. But I digress. Talk about them later, but they're not here. So this entire weekend, I'm going to be able to do things when I want and just do them. Like, do I want to go to bed at 11 because my roommate decides to go to bed? No. I can stay up until 1 o'clock playing video games, go to sleep, wake up at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and not have them doing, actively trying to wake me up because they don't want to be quiet anymore. And so I get to be able to do some things when I want. And it makes me feel good that I feel like I have regained control of what I want to do. And it's also, I'm going to have a pretty tough schedule because in between now and spring break are the finalizing our season, sectional, regionals, whatever it is, and nationals for hockey. And currently, we're nationally ranked, so we're pretty expected to make nationals. And I'm taking probably a little bit harder course load, a little bit more computational course load than last semester. So I feel like right now I'm also trying to cherish this sense of freedom, complete control over whatever I do at what times I want to do. Because I'm not going to have it for a decently long while. And it's just, and it feels annoying because I feel bad that I don't want to go home because my parents are pretty excited being parents that I was coming home and I was going to cook for them. They're mostly excited because I get to come home and I cook for them because I'm really big into cooking. I really enjoy cooking a lot. But and just to do things with them. But I told them hey, I can't drive home. I just need this weekend to be by myself. And they're like, that's okay. We're going to, because they're going to come up in a week. My sister's playing some games up near me, and then I play some games. So they're going to do a little vacation, I guess. But it also boils down to that, I really like skiing. I really want to be skiing more, but I never really find the time. I could have skied a lot more this February, but I was enjoying what I was doing currently, so I didn't want to. But now I realize that I could have done a tour of 4 mountains nearby that I wanted to go ski. But I was too late into realizing I wanted to do that. And also there's this one mountain that's really close to a lake that I used to go during summer camp. And I want to go back there, but it's just if I don't have the energy to drive home, do I have the energy to get up and go somewhere and ski? And I just kind of don't. And I feel really annoyed because I know in a week I'm going to want to be skiing and all that. And this is the time that I could be skiing, and I really am just exhausted. But it's a terrible middle ground. I'm not tired enough to rest, but I'm too tired to want to do things. And I'm I can't deal with it right now. Maybe tomorrow after I get a good, uninterrupted night's sleep, because I have not had one of those in so long because of the roommates that I'm getting too frustrated to calm myself down. I submitted a room change application, so I need to calm down and not openly loathe my roommates. Don't be a wicked little session in here. I don't need to start singing out why I hate them. But I'll be able to get a good night's sleep, and hopefully I'll feel like I'll be able to do things a little bit tomorrow, and I feel like I'll be motivated to at least, there's a mountain that I haven't skied that everybody skis around here that I want to go and try and ski. So I want to try and find the motivation to go do that one at least. Because I don't know if I'll be able to go to the one that's a little bit farther away, just because it is a little bit farther away, and I don't want to deal with getting a hotel. I'm a college student. I don't want to buy a hotel. But tonight's first night alone in so long that I'm going to absolutely love it.